What's up, everybody? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. I hope y'all have a good day today. Fairly easy day to trade, at least for it was for me. I took two trades, or actually, I apologize. I take that back. I did not take two trades. Called out two trades in Shorty's Discord. The first trade was short right here. Second trade was long right here, which I took this one. I was just targeting the December value area low, which tapped nicely, sold off, and then we broke through, right? Very similar to what I had called out here. I mean, I didn't call this out live, but we covered this yesterday. High volume node, we were looking for a bounce there. We were watching for calls right here. If you got in, first trim was here. Second or close was here. They ended up breaking above, going higher. But if you took this, I mean, money is money. Almost 2 points. Good stuff. I think that's the only trade that I called out that hit. Yeah, pretty sure that's it. All right, let me erase some stuff. I feel like I'm finally starting to feel normal again. I know I haven't been talking very much about it, but just like every day, I've for a while, for a few months, been struggling to wake up early. Been struggling to, or when I say wake up early, I mean like wake up in time for trading. And I haven't been going live as much because I haven't been awake to go live. Just been dealing with feeling like really tired, which is weird. And as a result of that, I haven't been going live as much as I would normally like to. This week, I've gone live every day. Or maybe 3 out of 4 days, or 3 out of 4 days, something like that. I don't remember exactly, but it's either 3 out of 4 days or I've been live every single day this week in Shorty's Discord. So feeling back to normal again, which is good. I went live today. I woke up and I had a migraine and I was kind of like, should I go live? Should I not? And in spite of that, I decided to go live. And I'm glad I did. It was a good time. Shoot, I just said again. Why can't I find poor low? Okay, thank you. And then we also have a poor high up at the top. So tomorrow could kind of either go either way. I think we're at an area where a rejection to the downside is probably at least mildly likely. But again, with all the war news and everything, who even knows anymore? We could keep grinding up. Just said again. I'm trying to acknowledge in my head when I do this so that I can try to stop doing it. So I'm sorry if I keep telling you guys that I'm saying it, but definitely trying to get rid of that habit, which so far is not easy. If you bought Intel with us, you are happy. Most of our average, or I should say most people that bought with me have an average down, excuse me, in this range. Something like this. I think that's pretty fair. So, oh God, did it again. Anyway, most of the people that bought are in this range here, where Shorty called it out. Mine is, I want to say $20.47. I don't like to be a liar, so now I have to check. $20.47 average. Did it again. Kind of crazy that I have the average memorized, but I think it's because Shorty asked yesterday. Anyway, very happy now. I have no intentions of closing this trade, like, anytime in the near future. I just think there's more and more upside. There's probably going to be stock splits coming in, all that good stuff. And I'm like, yeah, you want to double, or even do like a 10-for-1 split and give me 10 shares for every share I own. I'm here for it. This could possibly be like kids' college fund money, And if we're talking about basically massive winners that have been called out on this channel, this is NBiz, another amazing one. My average, I'm not going to say the exact number because I don't remember and I don't feel like looking it up right now, but it was right around $24 and some change. Probably closer to 25. But we got in, right around here. And yeah, you're happy. I've been adding and adding and adding. I think I have, I'm trying to remember. Actually, see, I just don't, again, I don't like to just say things that aren't true, so let me just look. I have 150 shares. I mean, technically I have 155, but yeah, 150. My average on NBiz, oh, sorry, it's higher than I thought it was. 27.34, which I'll still take. When you're up over $100 a share within a matter of months, good stuff. Yeah, we're coming up to a huge level on ES, and I would not be terribly surprised to see a rejection. Let's see. Oh, I meant to say this at the beginning of the video. I apologize that I didn't. I went over a bunch of stocks today. I did not see anything as far as option setups that I like for tomorrow, unfortunately. I'm still kicking myself in the butt for not calling this out. It did exactly what I was expecting. Yesterday, literally here at the bottom, I recognized that this looked like it was going to run. And my target was literally like fill this gap. So close like right through here. And that's exactly what it did. When I looked at these contracts Wednesday, yeah, they were $2 each. And I think the high I saw today was like 4 something. 430, something like that. Anyway, kind of disappointed I didn't call it out. I talked about this yesterday. I'm not going to ever do this again, but I allowed like the fear of war news to prevent myself from calling this trade out, because I was like, oh, it's oil, Trump could tweet something that affects oil, and then the trade goes the wrong way. And just disappointed that I didn't trust what I was seeing on the chart. Literally did exactly what I was expecting. Even went a tiny bit higher. I mean, really, for me, if I was watching this, live, I would have closed there. But I pretty much figured they were going to tap at least this candle's wick here. And it might be hard to see, but they literally went just above it and then rejected down. Would have been a great trade if I had trusted what I was seeing on the chart. And I'm intentionally beating myself up because I never want to make this mistake again. Alrighty. SPY, let's zoom out, see what we got going on. Nothing really significant. Lower volume today, which I'm not surprised. It was a super slow, choppy day. At least the open. The opening range, right? The first hour or so of the market was painful. So, like, we were stuck in this range for like a good hour and a half, and then they finally broke out, right? This is a capital B profile. POC at the top, so more volume was traded up here at the top. This obviously could be sellers. But yeah, not surprised the volume's lower today. That also is just kind of indicating that they might reverse and go lower, right? Hey, what's up, Aries? Sometimes man, somebody remind me on Sunday to erase this chart. Like, this is getting excessive. Okay. I feel like, I don't know, something is screaming to me, like, to look for more information. That didn't do it. This could be sexy. Okay, I need to open up some other charts because I don't like the way this looks. Bear with me, everybody. Rocket Riders in the house. Wild scenes. I don't know if you would be open to answering this, Triple G, but I'm very curious if you are either A, the funniest person in the room, or B, the funniest gay man in the room. One or the other. I don't care either way. I'm curious, though. I don't really know how to explain, like, what is going on in my head. But my spider senses, or spidey senses, are tingling. And something is saying, like, look way deeper into this. And so that is what, oh, okay, there it is. That was not on, that was not on the, or do I just not have that? If I have that turned off, that's just like the dumbest thing in the world. For 1 week. Oh, yeah. There it is. I was messing around and had the monthly on 3 month. Yeah, we're probably getting smacked down from here. Yeah, I don't know. Something was just like screaming in my mind, Drew, look at this closer, and that's pretty scary. I want to zoom in and try to explain what I'm seeing. I wonder if I can show you guys an example. Because this is kind of funky what's happening here. I mean, that could be an example. Not the best example. But so, it's kind of hard to get everything into view here. But if you notice down here, we have this green, or this cloud with a green outline, right? This is going to be our monthly cloud. Holy. That is not the zoom I was looking for. I mean, maybe this is okay now. All right. So that other green cloud is way down below here somewhere. This is the top of the... So every cloud has like a top and a bottom. So like, for example, here, this should be our weekly cloud. This is the bottom cloud. This is the top cloud. This is the top monthly cloud. When you break through a cloud like this and retest the top of it, you generally get like a pretty good bounce to the upside. And then if you notice the weekly cloud here is like a darker, like hazy color, that means that it's closed. And so you can see every time prices come here, it's rejected. And basically when the cloud is closed, what it's saying is, without some kind of news, it's pretty much impossible for price to break through the top of this cloud. And if we keep scrolling, you can see here again, we retested the top of the monthly cloud here and bounced, came all the way back up almost to the closed cloud again, rejected back down, bounced off the monthly, bounced off the monthly again, and then here they tried to break through it, they weren't able to, came back outside. Anyway, that's enough explanation. Once we came back inside the monthly cloud, it closed. And I guess I should be more specific with this. When the cloud is closed, like this, in this case, this is the top cloud, price can go through, like from top to bottom of a closed cloud. What it's saying is it can't go through from bottom to top. I mean, it does happen occasionally, but very, very low probability. And so here, our top monthly cloud closed as we came back inside. We bounced off the weekly to the closed monthly cloud and rejected, right? And they've just been kind of doing that. And so this is where things get funky. I'm going to trust this way more than I trust this. But we broke above the daily cloud. And we've retested the top, which would generally indicate like a pretty good bounce, right? Ooh, my ear's itchy. Sorry. But the fact that we have just a point basically until we hit the closed cloud, which we've rejected off of twice now. Yeah, it's a pretty good range, like 680 to 698. So they could come back, you know, they could come up into here. And then reject and go back down again. The closed cloud is just saying that they're not going to get through the top of it. And, but this is also, for me, when we do something like this, this daily cloud is making me think they might bounce inside a little bit. If this wasn't happening, I would be like, oh yeah, swing puts on SPY. But with the daily cloud right below that where you're trying to bounce back off of, there's a chance they go into this a little bit and then reject and go down. But we're going to be looking at Putville unless something drastic happens sometime soon. So, yeah. Wild, wild, wild scenes. I want to look at ES now. Yeah, ES has a little bit further to go. Or no, actually, we're right there. It's just hard to see. Yeah, we're there. 68.84. Wildness. Let me close this and get it out of the way. But that's a lot of good information. I literally. Oh, so you are gay. That's, I mean, I was going to say that's awesome, but it's indifferent. It's just who you are. Yes, I still love you. It doesn't change anything. um, I just said again. I don't know, for lack of a better words, I don't judge people based on sexuality, sex, age, race, creed, religion. Like, do your thing. Be happy. I think that's the most important thing, is just be yourself and be happy with who you are. Um, I don't know that it's relevant. My sister's gay. She's been married for a long time. Her and her wife have a daughter. Like, whatever. Do you? Do you and be happy. Yeah. Wait. B was gay. Why did you say B and you're not? I'm confused. Um, so the clouds, I wouldn't really know how to explain. I should say, I wouldn't know how to explain what they're based off of. I know MACD is a part of it. There's some other stuff. I mean, like, other than telling you that Shorty spent $100,000 to develop them, I wouldn't really know what to tell you. Again, other than knowing that MACD plays a small role in them, but it's based on a bunch of things, and the accuracy is insane. And one of the main problems with indicators is, like, people can write like a really good indicator for trading that's like, oh, long here, short there, whatever, and it'll work for a little while, but then over time, the indicators become less accurate. I forget the reason why. And I've seen that time and time again, where people try to, like, automate trading and write or program these indicators to, like, tell them when to enter trades. And initially, like, they'll work okay, and then over time they become less and less accurate. And so with the clouds, I mean, I've been using them for, I don't even know, 4 years, and they haven't been updated, and nothing's changed, and they're still insanely accurate. So based off of, they're considered, what's it called? Keltner clouds. So that's part of it. Like, if you can look up Keltner clouds, and you'll find information on them. And Shorty basically coded the Keltner clouds with, like, specific data, and with that, it created these very accurate clouds. And what's really wild about them is, like, so this is a 2-hour cloud, or a 4-hour cloud, sorry. This green one, that cloud can move once every 4 hours, and it can open and close once every 4 hours. The daily clouds can move once a day, and they can open and close once a day. The monthly clouds can open and close once a month, and they can move once a month. And then the weekly clouds, same thing. They can open and close once a week, and they can move once a week. They're very close. They are just slightly different. We knew when they were coding these for TradingView, we knew they weren't quite as accurate as the TOS ones, but they're accurate enough. But if you have the choice, like, if you have access to the TOS clouds, you would 100% want to use those. If you don't have access to the TOS ones, then these are good enough. But like they can be pretty wild. Like if you go, um, like I don't know exactly, but like if I turn on a 5 minute cloud, oh, I need to be on a 5 minute time frame. So the clouds won't show up. Oh, wait, I need to be on lower than 5 minutes. What do you mean monthly? I don't want monthly. Oh, okay. So look at this. This is a 5 minute cloud. It would have told you right where to get in on this retest here. Right? Um, if we go to, again, like I haven't done this, so I'm looking at it with you. Same thing with the 10 minute cloud. The only difference is like here, the 10 minute cloud is closed, and if you got inputs right there, like you're solid, and you can play it from cloud to cloud. I'm again doing this with you guys. I don't know how accurate it's going to be. Same thing here, closed top cloud. It's a little bit lower, but than that 10 minute cloud. But you can use these, for day trading. I don't know when this cloud closed because it's not extending to the left. But we came back inside of it, and then they did kind of peak above the top, but it's closed, yeah. Shorty doesn't really recommend using anything lower than a 30-minute cloud. This one's not providing any information. Right? It's like we're above it. But yeah, they're pretty crazy. Yeah. Anyway, you guys saw in the lower time frames, like they were hitting. So yeah, they're insane. And then basically every what they're called, literally just Keltner clouds. Or I don't know, like I don't know how to answer that because it's just a code and you type in your own, like you give it your own name, or at least I did. If you know TradingView, like you, or TOS, or sorry, on TradingView, I mean, you won't be able to find them, or you might be able to find them, but it's the orbit straight clouds. I think. Oops. Yeah, it's these. But they're private. So I don't know why I can't English right now. If you're in Shorty's Discord, you'll have access to those in TradingView. And the reason for TradingView is in TradingView, you can grant access and remove access. So basically, when people join the Discord, they get access. When they leave, they lose access. TOS, once you have the code, like nobody could take it away from you. Shorty does sell it, or he has in the past. I don't know if he still is. The last time he did it, it was $2,000 for lifetime access to his Discord and lifetime access to the cloud indicator and a couple of other indicators. Basically, all of the stuff that I use when I'm looking for option setups, like the full send indicator, which is Elliott waves, and the clouds. So. I hate it when my headphones turn off when I'm live. Okay. Sorry, we went off on a pretty wild tangent there, but yeah, something was just like beep beep beep. Like pay it. Like you need to look into this deeper. And yeah, we're at a massive level. Like obviously it was 98 or something like that was the top, but we're getting into territory where we're probably going to start seeing rejections and selling off. Sorry, I'm like deep in thought here. Yeah, and so far they're rejecting from there. Yeah, yeah, it's orbit straight clouds. Yeah. All right. Sorry, my daughter's like being fussy and it's making me lose my train of thought. Fear and greed. We should be in fear still. Yeah. Calendar for Friday. I don't think there's much going on. Yeah, so it's all pre-market. Unemployment change, unemployment rate in Canada, core CPI month over month, CPI month over month, and CPI year over year. All an hour before the market opens. This should give us some volatility for futures traders. Um, there's the UOM consumer sentiment and inflation expectations 30 minutes after the open. This might give us a little bit of volatility, but probably nothing too crazy. Pretty sketchy. I mute. You guys can't hear me? I see all of my levels. My audios should be good on everything. I'm going to stop talking for a second just to make sure, to give people a chance to tell me if I'm mute, because if I am, there's no point in me continuing to move forward. But I shouldn't be mute. I thought so. I mean, if we look here, whoa, don't do all that. This is my microphone, right? And it's moving. I have a Focusrite on my desk, and my levels are good there, so I figured you guys could hear me. Just had to make sure. This is a day where, like, I don't want to call stuff out because it's going to be so much easier to do live, but riskiest trade is going to be peak above and fail grab puts. What we really would want to get in is on a retest of the POC here. Okay. The reason this is riskier is they could break above, come back inside, and then end up going higher. Also, there's a lot of levels, right below where they could give us a bounce. Oh, I'm trading live tomorrow. Yeah. I'm just still going to give levels for people that are not going to be there, right? Oh, I just realized. Let me open up my other chart really quick. I literally want to make a joke so bad right now. directed at Triple G. I don't know if it's the best idea for YouTube, but yeah. I just had an idea of how I can do it. So there's a song. What's his? I can't think of the dude's name. Rodney Carrington. And he does this song called Show Them to Me. And in that song, there's a part where he says, if you show me the left one, I'll imagine the other. So, yes, I will go live tomorrow, Triple G, but you got to show me the left one. So you got to turn your cam on. Yeah. And then we can proceed. All right, so right off the bat, futures traders. We want a retest of 61 for short. Let me figure out exactly what I'm looking at here. So much information. 61, you can take it down to 41. If you want to be safe, 42. Should be doable. Okay. I don't think this is going to help us tomorrow. Sorry, I'm looking at another screen and I'm not showing you guys. I don't know that it's worth my time to drag this up here. I just don't think there's anything that's going to help us tomorrow. This is the like 61 level. There's some massive orders in through here, right? A retest of that. They might go up to 64 and that's fine. Get in at 61, stop loss above somewhere. Take your 20 points. Get out at 42, 41, whatever makes you happy. But I don't think, there's nothing here that's super helpful as far as going into tomorrow for because this is a tight range, 20 points in the overnight session. I mean, it's good to catch it, but it's not. We might blow through this level before the morning comes. So there's no point in me putting this on a SPY chart, especially if I'm going to be trading live. If you want to get freaky with it, there's a chance they come down to 26, right? So if you're able to watch the trade live, you might want to trim at 42. Leave runners, and trail your stop loss so you're not losing a ton of money. But you could leave a runner down to 27, 26, 25. They'll probably give it to you. Wow, I mean, we're approaching this quickly. I guess I should put an order in. You can do this with a tight stop too. 61. Stop at 66.50. Should be good. That's actually giving them way more than you need to, but there's a nice delta node here at 65. and then the POC at 64. And then our target was 42. I'm going to do 42.50 because I don't like doing straight up even numbers. All right. I put my orders in. If they don't fill me, cool. No big deal. Let me get all this stuff off of my screen. Okay. Bottom or top? Wow. All right. I think, and again, this could be overnight session stuff. They're probably going to come here and then bounce and then so just be aware of that. I think this is about as crazy as I want to be right now. I think it's very important also for me to specify, don't go into tomorrow with a bias, right? Don't go into tomorrow like, oh, it's puts, it's puts, it's puts. Trade what they give us, right? I will be live for people in Keenan's. I will post the Zoom link for people in Shorties. I will be live in the Discord. For people in the Learning Discord, I will be live and I'll post the Zoom link. Again, tomorrow I think is just going to be one of those days that's easier to call live. With that said, I don't think that'll change too much, but there might be scenarios, like depending on where we open, that kind of changes perspective. But this should be good going into tomorrow as an overall general consensus. So, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. If you guys have any questions, now would be the time. If not, I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to post screenshots and give you guys a chance to ask questions if you do have them. And if not, then I will say goodbye. Oh, and then if anybody that wants to see, this month has been nice. Not like crazy nice, but definitely nice. Can't complain. Here is April 2026. Oh, that is not what I was trying to do. We're up 25% for the month in 6 days of trading. I will take those stats all day, any day, every day, and then do it all over again. Numbers like this, like literally, if God came to me tomorrow and said, hey, for the rest of your life, you know, like one week you'll make 6%, the next week you'll make 18.5, and then I don't know what week 3 and 4 would look like, but as long as it's green and green, or at the end of the month just overall green, do you accept that like for the rest of your life, every single month to play out like that? I'd be like, yes, 100%. We will take it. So happy with my numbers, happy with my trading. Disappointed that I missed the first trade I called out this morning. Actually, I should explain that. It was kind of annoying. I've talked with you guys about this trade before. That doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's seen it, and maybe I can kind of explain it here. Whenever you see like this, right? Wicks at the bottom, more than at the top, and they're just kind of bouncing at the same spot. Generally, you can grab along there and it will work out in your favor, right? Whereas if we look here, like there's wicks at the top and at the bottom, and it doesn't really give us a clear direction on which way they're probably going to go. So like I wouldn't try to trade based on this, right? Whereas here, I mean, you guys can argue with me. Like there were some wicks at the bottom. I just feel like there was more wicks at the top, and I could be wrong. I don't know. It just looked good. We're also coming up to December value area low. And so again, I woke up, I had a migraine. I don't remember like exactly what time I got on, but it was probably like somewhere, like we were probably right here on this candle, this green candle. And I had said, this looks like a good short, but I really want them to come to like 25 because there was a sell side imbalance there. But based on what I call the sneaky trade, which is where on 5 minutes, like you're just keep coming to the same level and kind of rejecting. I was like, oh, this is probably going to be a good short. Again, I was looking for a little bit higher. And then as soon as they did this, I was like, oh, I just missed it. They're going to send it now. And I said to everybody that we were going to, or what I really told everybody is like to close the trade at 68.04 and flip long at 68.02. I was pretty confident they were going to tap 68.02, but I would rather close, a little bit shy of that just to be safe versus being sorry. Jam. That's awesome. Congratulations. Are you having a boy or a girl? I'm going to hang out for this conversation right now. Anyway, so I missed the short here. I was a little bit disappointed, but we slowly grinded down and I got in this trade. Unfortunately, I closed early. I don't remember why. Or I do. There was like some pretty significant resistance from 68.08 up to like 68 12 14, something like that. And you can see like we have tapped here, we rejected, right? Pretty far back down, came back to it, rejected, came back, rejected. And then I ended up closing because I was like, I'm pretty sure they're going to December value area low, but from here to here, I made enough money, and I would rather just take it and run versus missing out on the trade, or like the trade going against me and going red, right? And then as soon as I closed, they went pretty quick to my target, and I was like, wow, that was pretty stupid. But anyway, my point is these little sneaky trades are nice whenever you see them. So like even this here, kind of here. Yeah. Hopefully you guys see what I'm showing you. But yeah, I like taking those. They even kind of did it here where we came down to it, came down to it, came down to it, and then they bounced. Um, those trades work really well, more often than not. Like, obviously, you're going to find times where it didn't work. But if you look at it like, yeah, we have a long wick here, but at the top, there's like more wicks than there are, or longer wicks than, I mean, again, there's this one um, outlier, but the wicks at the top in general are longer than the ones at the bottom. And then they send it down, right? Same thing here at the bottom. The wicks are longer. Yeah, actually, I might not have taken this one because there are quite a bit of long wicks at the top as well. So, but yeah, they're, I don't know. It works. Like this. Yeah. Good stuff. All right. You're having a boy. What's your boy's name? And then I guess while I'm here for this conversation, like, how like dilated is your wife right now? Are they being induced, or is it a C-section? Yeah. Also, how old are you? Is Clea taking a nap, babe? Hmm? Okay. Sorry that delay, you know. Um, but I actually really truly do want to have this conversation. For people that are here, I'm sure the majority knows I actually do care about people. Um, I do actually care about the channel. I do actually care about people. I do actually want to see people succeed. Oh, it sounds like you're doing it right. You know, you're 39 years old and you're barely having your first child. Definitely going to be a life changing moment and experience. But you obviously waited, right? It seems like, and made sure you were having a baby with the right person. And so that's good. A lot of people have babies young, and then it's difficult. My first kids I had when I was young definitely struggled financially and everything else. But, I did everything I could for my kids. Having children now that I'm older is way easier. Um, yeah, I mean, you'll be surprised. Like, a lot of things will just come naturally. Like, um, I don't know. It just kind of clicks. Like, it's going to be obviously super scary the first day or two, but everything will click and make sense, and things will come to you naturally that you wouldn't imagine would come to you naturally. Um, Trying to think if I have any great advice, and I think the best advice is just be you. Like, talk to your child, read to them, hug them, love on them, make sure they know that they're loved. Um, I think that's the most important thing. Congratulations, bro. That's awesome. I'm really, really happy for you. Um, yeah, but just make sure that the baby knows that it's loved, which isn't hard to do, you know? Um, I feel like I'm in a very lucky position where my wife is a stay-at-home mom. She hates it. Um, my wife, ever since she was a young girl, always wanted to be a businesswoman, and she was a very successful businesswoman in China. And then long story, but now here, like, we have our 11-year-old who just has a very high IQ, and he's we can't do like regular schooling with him because the levels that he's working at, um, he's doing a lot of college stuff, and he's in 6th grade. So we homeschool him, and then we have the 1.5-year-old, and the fact that my wife can be home with them is amazing because you can see, um, I don't know, the happiness and the love in the children that they're with their family all the time. Um, I think as a result of that, like I end up working way more, and I don't get as much time with the kids, but I will say the time that I get with them is really good quality time. Uh, and I wouldn't change a thing, right? That's important, Jam. Like people don't realize, like even talking to babies in the womb, I don't even know how to put this into words, I guess, per se, but like uh, my 11-year-old, most of you know he's a musician. He's in a like emo screamer, um, screamo band. Your favorite band is No Effects. That's awesome. I love that. That's literally my favorite band. Um, the Anyway, so my 11-year-old's in the emo like screamo band, and he's also in a punk band. And my son and me listen to a lot of punk music. That's like our go-to. That's our favorite, right? I would say that I love music in general, but like if you were like you can only listen to one kind of music for the rest of your life, what type is it going to be? I'd be like punk, like no questions asked. Actually, yeah, that's kind of tough. I would probably, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure I would choose punk, but I would have to think about it. And there's a chance I might go for classic rock just because there's definitely a mood to listen to punk, whereas classic rock, I could listen to it like pretty much any time, if that makes sense. But definitely, though, punk is like my go to. And when the baby was, like old enough that I don't know, like she was able to like have enough coordination to stand when you're holding her or whatever. Um, as soon as she got to that age, actually, I feel like I have to show you guys a video. Um, she got to the point where I don't know, like her eyes would just kind of perk up when punk music would come on. And the only thing that I could attribute it to is that she's been listening to it like since she was in the womb. And my sorry, I'm going to find a video for you guys. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know, she just loves punk music. I don't even know if this is the best video to show you guys, but this is the video I'm going to show you guys. I feel like I've tested her. Like, I can turn on pop music, and she doesn't care. She won't dance. She literally could care less. And then a punk song comes on, and she's jumping all over the house. But, like, even from the age where she couldn't stand up on her own, like, she would want to stand and she would hold your hands or whatever, and you put on punk music, and she starts jumping around like a little crazy girl. And she doesn't do it for any other genre, and it's insane. Um, Let me see if I can find one of the videos where I was actually like testing her because it's the funniest thing. And she'll go over, she knows how to turn on the record player now. So she'll literally turn on the record and start dancing. Do you like this song, Kalia? Okay. What about this song? This is probably the best example I can show you guys of proving that she literally loves punk over anything. So here, I'll show you guys this video. And it's kind of weird. Whenever I do this stuff, like I have a tendency to lose followers. But that's not what's important to me. If you're not here for me talking about other people having kids or me talking about my family, have a great rest of your day. Like, we're going to do the stock stuff every day. And we're always going to find the wins. But this is for the people that don't just like that stuff. So this is...
Do you like this song, Kalia?
What, Katy Perry?
Do you like this song, Kalia?
She just doesn't
care.
care.
What about this song?
Oh, that wasn't even a good video. She's fussing. But you saw, like, she started bouncing a little bit. This is her. She turned on the record player. Oh, wait. I think this is a bad example. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I found like the two worst examples, but whatever. This kid loves punk music. There we go. She's trying to hold my hand so that she can jump better and not fall over. There she goes. Yeah, so anyway, she loves punk. But yeah, I mean, the best thing I could tell you is really, like, you're going to be surprised. Things are going to come to you naturally that you wouldn't expect them to. I love that you know who the Distillers are. Are you in SoCal? Because, like, you're naming Southern California bands. Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, so stuff's going to come to you naturally that you wouldn't expect. And just freaking embrace your son and support him in whatever he wants to do. I mean, that's literally like the best that I could tell you. And also, yeah, talk to them, read to them. Now we have like so many educational videos, which are good too. Like my daughter loves watching videos about like the colors and the alphabet and shapes and stuff like that, where you would think they want to watch like Disney movies, and she loves, I mean, every kid's different, sure. She loves to watch kind of like the educational, where they're talking about colors and letters and shapes and all of that stuff. So pretty hilarious, good stuff. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Cincinnati. All good. Well, tell your girl congratulations, and obviously good luck with the birth. And also a huge congratulations to you. Super excited for you guys. Super happy for you. After the baby's here and things calm down for you, I would love to see pictures. My email is in the description of the video. Hit me up or message me on Discord. Whatever works. Anyway, congratulations. Super happy for you. You obviously are an awesome dude because you have great taste in music, and I'm sure everything will be great. All right. As always, that's hilarious. I don't know. I'm assuming you know the casualties because like you're kind of East Coast. We're going to see them tomorrow, and my son has, or we have backstage passes, but like they specifically gave backstage passes to my son. And then the beginning of May, we're going to see the Casualties again. They're playing with the Angry Samoans and the Adolescents, and I'm sure we'll have backstage passes for that as well, which my son will be stoked off of because, I mean, I love the Adolescents, but I'm not like a fanboy kind of person. Like going backstage is cool and hanging out and whatever, having a beer and all that stuff, but I'm sure my son's going to be super jazzed. Like he loves the Adolescents. I'm sure he'll be stoked to hang out backstage with them and the Adolescents. But yeah, we're going tomorrow. It's going to be a good time. Yeah, I'm stoked. The casualties are going to be fun. Those guys put on a freaking show. Anyway, that's going to be it, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow. We'll trade live. It's going to be a good time. And we're going to make money while we're doing it. So, with that said, as always, much love, much respect to everybody. Peace out, y'all. We will see you in the morning. Bye.